What's going on? It's your boy, Connor Conflict, and in today's video, we are going over should the Dolphins trade for La'el Collins, the right tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. So, it was announced, yesterday that he was on the trading block, because I remember I was at work, I was like, shit, I wish I could have made a video earlier, but they announced that he's basically on the trading block, they're looking to move him, and as it happens, whenever that gets announced, Dolphins Twitter runs to the tweet and goes, he's a Dolphin, myself included. But especially for La'el Collins, he's a huge position of need for the Dolphins, and he's one of the top players at his position, which it makes it all the more intriguing. So I'm going to break it down in this video, the pros, the cons, and what the Dolphins should do. So I'm going to start with the cons. They're weird. I'm not a Cowboys fan or a reporter, so I don't have all the details or understanding of all the things that have gone on with him. But coming out of LSU, there were some weird reports, but they didn't seem true or to involve him. And then this past season, he got suspended because he was skipping drug tests, and then he tried bribing the person doing the drug test, which led to increased suspension. So there's some weird things over there, right? But aside from that, he's a pretty solid player. He hasn't dealt with too many injuries like the top tackles in this free agent market. He has dealt with injuries, but he hasn't missed a lot of games. Let me rephrase that. I think he dealt with a hip in 2021. He didn't miss too many games, but he had to rehab and overcome that. But pretty sure the only games, and I'm not fully sure, but I'm pretty sure the only games he missed this year were due to the suspension. I think he played 13 of 17, which is pretty solid, all things considered. But the biggest thing for me is he's a huge position of need. Like, I've been clamoring and pounding the table on Twitter and on my videos. Right tackle is our biggest need, period. Jesse Davis is not good. Neither is our left tackle, I understand. But right tackle is Tua's blind side. The reason all the best left tackles get paid all the biggest money in comparison to right tackles, I wouldn't say it's the biggest... the best right tackle in the league, Ryan Ramczyk, he's getting a bag, right? But the next couple guys are still really, really good players, but they're not getting paid left tackle money because left tackles are the blind side. But guess what? The Dolphins can get a discount on our blind side because Tua's the lefty. So go ahead and get that guy. But that just shows the positional value. Like, as fans, we don't need to value left tackle as much as right tackle because it's not the blind side. So just to put that in perspective, the 10th highest paid left tackle makes $15.5 million. Right tackle makes $8 million. So it's almost double the amount of money for not the same position, but kind of the same position. That just shows how much more value goes into the blind side. But our blind side is right tackle, which is why it's our number one priority. And that's what makes La'el Collins so intriguing. Now, to compare La'el Collins' play to the play that we had here, from a Dolphins legend, Jesse Davis, let's compare their numbers. So, this past season, La'el Collins had 509 pass blocking snaps. He allowed 20 pressures and 2 sacks. So, his pressure per pass blocking snaps was 25.45. So, basically, every 25 snaps, he would let up a pressure. Now, Jesse Davis, on the other hand, allowed 57 pressures on 644 pass blocking snaps, which was an average of 11.3. So that's over double the amount of snaps La'el Collins would go without allowing a pressure, which just goes to show the improvement from any other offensive lineman, right? And I think that alone displays the upgrade that needs to go on and the perfect way to approach that. You go get a veteran talent who's proven that he can play right tackle at a high level. La'el Collins is that guy. I looked into the cap number. It looks like he'd be around a $10 million cap hit if we were to trade for him, which, once again, I would do that in a heartbeat. You consider the right tackle market, the best guy is probably Trent Brown, and he's going to make probably more than 10 mil, and he's got durability issues. I do think he's a stud, but, once again, durability issues, whereas La'el Collins, maybe, but not nearly to that extent. And you just heard those numbers. That's a massive improvement from what we have. So when you consider the compensation, around 10 mil, not bad at all. Trade compensation, I don't fully know what his market would be like, but I can't imagine it being. It's definitely not going to be a 1, obviously. I don't know if it'll be a 2. I could definitely see a 3 going. But if it's a 4, I do that without thinking. A 3rd, I probably also do that without thinking. A 2nd, I'd be inclined to try and keep the 2, but once again, I would probably do it just because, like I said, like it's such a. He's under contract for a long time. He's at a huge position of need, most important position on the offensive line, and he's one of the top players at his position. So I think this is someone that the Dolphins should go after. Now, another question is, do you go get his teammate with him, Amari Cooper, who's alleged to be on the trading block for a 3rd or 4th round pick, and do some kind of package deal where you get both of them? Now, I would do it on one circumstance, that Amari Cooper redoes his deal, because he's set to make basically $20 million a year for the next 3 years, and that's too much money. So otherwise, I would just go for Lel, but Amari Cooper's a stud talent. He's just getting paid a lot of money, and I wouldn't want to pay that $20 million. I think you can get similar play for a lot less money than $20 million. So if you can get him to agree to rework his deal and be more team friendly, then I would do that in a heartbeat. Now, once again, the compensation on that, I don't know. To get both players, I feel like it'd be pretty hefty, but both would be instant impact guys. But like I said, Amari Cooper, I'm not inclined to trade for just due to the cap number. It's a lot of money, and you guys, this receiving class got a lot of guys that they're not necessarily on Amari Cooper's level, but you can get them for half the price and not nearly half the it'd be similar production. I think Amari Cooper's one of the best receivers in the league, so maybe not to that standard, but there's some good guys out there. So I wouldn't necessarily hedge all your money in that specific deal, but it's something to think about. So let me know what you guys think about La'el Collins. Should we go after him? Are you guys as strong feeling about that as I am? I appreciate you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. I'm trying to give you guys the best content. Which, with that said, if you have any suggestions on how to improve my videos or videos you'd like to see in the future, comment down below. I'm up for suggestions. And until next time, I will catch you guys.